ita ni tshi swika getheni ni mbudze ne. Okay, sharp. So now when you have this vector here, this is the name of a vector. This is how you write. This is a class. This is a class. So now when you initialize, you don't say in a arrays equals to. When you use array, is it you're gonna say maybe int number like that, and then maybe in array you declare it as maybe, let's say 3 4, then you know that you can initialize it as 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 like that. So in vectors you don't do this. We use a function, we use something called a pushback. It's called pushback. So pushback, I'm gonna establish it based on the program. I'm gonna establish it based on the program using namespace std. So now we have this. So let's say, for example, we have a vector for int. Vector for int. I'm just gonna use int here. And this vector of ours, we're gonna name it number. So now when you have this vector, remember, because we are working with vector, you must have a header file, hash include vector. Then when you have this now, hash include vector, then we want to put, maybe if let's say you want to put numbers, three numbers or any numbers, we're just gonna write as much number as I can. The ones I just want you guys to see how you input the numbers. It's gonna be number dot, you say number, the name of that vector, dot pushback. When you say pushback, then you write the number that you want to put. This one, if we write 3, this one is going to be in a what, in an element, they work as an index. The index of the vectors, they start at 0, so it's going to be an index 0. Index 0. You can put C out. Then again, you can say number again dot pushback, again dot pushback, the same way, but I'm just gonna write 2. Now I'm gonna write 7. Write 7 there. So this vector, it have 2 numbers, which is 3 and 7. So you can still output them. If you say C out, for example, number 0, it must give you the 6, 3. It must give you 3. Let's run the program and solve if we have issues. Yes, we do have an issue there. Then our code is fine. So you can see it output 3, as I said. You see that? So it outputted 3. So this is now, remember, they are teaching you this because this vector from here is called, this thing is called, from where I highlighted, is called a template class. So they're teaching you this so that you can get ready for the classes now. They are teaching you that so that you can get ready for classes. So you saw how to put. So the rest of the things that I'm gonna be talking to you guys, let me call this guy, let me answer this call. This guy have to come and take the laptop. I was fixing it for him. Ndaba swika ndivaze ndikhofunza zwino bazani, ndikhofunza, I'm teaching, ndi ḓo basa gete na dzhena nga ngomu. All right, let's continue. I have to buzz him a gate so that you can get inside. So you can also use a for loop to you can also use a for loop to to output the vectors. Just give me 2 moments, 2 minutes, so that I can help this guy to get inside. Okay, probably is inside now. It's gonna tell me when it's by the door. Okay, you can also use a for loop to output the vectors. The same way we have done it, you just use for int I, for example, for int I equals to 0, because it starts at 0, into, now the tricky part, vector, because it can be expanded. A vector, you remember, it can increase the length when it's running. So you don't just say I, after that you say I equals to is less or less than I less than 5. No, we can use the size of a vector. We can use the size of a vector. So we have two things that we must talk about right now. We have a size, and we also have a size function is like that, and we also have a capacity. Okay, just give me for a moment. Probably it's my dead. But voting, I'm coming. Okay, sure. Okay, let's proceed. Sorry for that interference. I'm back now. Okay, so you can also use the capacity. Just check if I'm writing the right spelling here for capacity. Is it the right one? Okay. So when you use the
Yes.
capacity, the size and capacity, they are different. How different they are? The size, it tells you how many elements are there in a vector. It will tell you how many elements. It checks the elements, how many elements. But the capacity, it checks how many elements